Good morning, friends. Cheryl here with Inked Pulp, and it's time for art before breakfast again. So yesterday we finished constructing the cover by putting a spine in it. Today what I think I want to do, and maybe we can even decorate one, I want to cut up the papers to go in this, but where my scoreboard is. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can. I don't know what I did with my scoreboard, but I do know that there's more than one way to skin a cat. Hi, Big Mama. How are you? This and this. Okay, I've got a cutting board that I can use. Ooh, down to the wire, huh? I wonder if Susan is feeling the same pressure. I've got this little. I'm just going to put a little tiny spine in here so that we can sew in. It's not really a spine as much as it is a wide bend. We'll do this and then I'll burnish it down with the bone folder once I get them all done. I want to make those just a little bit wider so that the papers will fit nicely in there. All right. All right, there's one. So other than Dear Julie, now have you stopped using, have you stopped your obsession with glue pad and, or glue stick and embossing? Have you got all those pieces done? That was a fun new technique to learn. Okay. All right, let's make this a little thicker spine. I just think these will. You did fall down that rabbit hole. You did, you surely did. But it's such a cool technique. I love the texture it gives. It's like, especially on these leaves. Oops. Tore it a little bit there, but that's okay. I always try to find one element that I carried through the whole journal. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm honored that you... I knew what you meant. I'm honored that you picked a technique that you learned here. Tore that just a little bit, or it cracked, so we'll just let it dry. It'll be fine. And we'll do this last one, but this one got messy in the middle. That was a fun technique. I have a bunch of embossing powder or embossing glazes coming. And I'll be playing more with that. And then I have a butterfly die coming that is absolutely gorgeous. Embalming. Oh, very cool. Does the glitter glue do the same texture? Good morning, Lori B. How are you today? I'm just widening these folds on these little signature folders because I want to put some paper in them, but I think they're too stiff and folded too tight to give a good vodka is more embalming. Come on, fold it over. All right. All righty, we're done with that. I put that back up there. All right. That one didn't fold exactly straight, but they're going to be filled with paper, so I don't know that it really matters. And that one also kind of came up there, so whoops. Now that's a first. My glue gun is laying right beside my chair where it always is, and I hit it with my chair and turned it on. Say good morning, Larry B. Isn't that what vodka? Yeah, for sure. All right. So I think what I want to do is cut up some papers and figure out how many pages go in this. Hi, Susan. I've got a pile of papery stuff sitting over here from Cheryl. I've also got a bunch of papers somewhere over here. Here's some different papers. So I've got some of this. Here's a piece of ledger paper. I'm going to use some of this stuff. Because it was sent to me and it's for using. Hi, Tammy. Uh-oh. There's that. There's some music. Oh, I like this. This is that little kids paper. So I'm picking out pages to put in our little mini journal. I don't want to make it too big. Put a little one of those in there. And let's see if I have something else we can do. Okay, there's a few different things. Now, let's figure out how big we need these pages. All right, so we need they need to be about, I think, 3 inches by about 5 1/4. So we need 5 1/4 by 3. Don't forget that number, everybody. Boy, I had a little scare. I got spooked on my walk this morning. I was walking along, and the street outside the back of my house, when you get to the top of it, it's like a T, and you have to go right or left. And I usually walk to the top, and then I come back, and then there's a little side road. It's called Hidden Cove, and it goes through a little housing area off in the woods with a lake in the middle of it. It's so pretty, especially in the morning. So I go up to the end of the road to the stop sign, and then I come back and go around that other loop. Well, as I was getting to the top of the street, to the stop sign, off to the left, there's a little private road, and it's got a gate across it and a chain. And this car pulled in up to the gate, so you could get off the road, and just sat there. And I thought, oh, that's kind of weird. And he just sat there and sat there and sat there. And then as I got closer, he got out of the car, and it was just a man in there, big burly man. Um, and I was close enough that he said hello, and I said hello back, but I was kind of spooked because there's nobody around, and it's like, 7 whatever, 7:30 in the morning. And so I got to the stop sign, I turned around, and he was just standing in front of that fence. He wasn't unlocking it. He was just standing there. He was playing with his phone, and he had his back to me. So I took a picture of his license plate because I thought, boy, if he does anything crazy, I want to make sure somebody knows who he is. And I was getting spooked. I'm like, what does this guy want? I was sure it was probably very innocent, but my mind's a racing. Then he walks up to the fence and unlocks it and pushes it open, but he walked back to his car, and by this time I had turned around and I was past him, so he was behind me. I looked back, and he went back and opened the passenger door in his car, but there was nobody in there. And then he just stood there, and he never got in the car and like drove it up the road. He just stayed there, and I thought, "Oh my gosh, this this guy's coming for me." So, oh, as I hit the stop sign and came back, I think I mentioned this. I did take a picture of his license plate because his back was to me and he was fiddling on his phone, and so I quick snapped a picture of his license plate. Um, but he was just being real sketchy. So I called my husband. My husband was just getting ready to leave for work, and I said, "I'm sure it's completely innocent. I'm sure I have nothing to worry about, but this guy's creeping me out." And so my husband said, "I'm almost to you." He was leaving for work. He was in his truck. So he asked me if I wanted a ride home or if I wanted to keep walking. I said, "No, I'm going to keep walking." He said, "Okay, I'll go up and see what's going on." And when he got up there, the guy had apparently gotten in his car and pulled up the road a ways inside the fence. So he called me back and told me. But man, that whole walk this morning, I was looking over my shoulder, and it was just creepy. It was just creepy. So I had my little scare this morning, and I'm sure the guy was fine. I really have no doubt that he was above board and everything was fine, but you know how your mind gets to working, and it just gets, I know, but I don't have any choice, and it's so safe where I live. But some awful things happen in very safe places, and I get that. I get it. Okay, so I need 5 1/4 by, well, 3, so I need to cut them 6. I don't really want to cut this. I have a regular ruler here. I hate these rulers that like have 0 in the middle. There we go. So 6 inches only goes over to here. I may not use this piece because I may have to cut it down too much. This is fine. This is a little, it's 3 1/2, but I'm going to leave it. And if I need to cut it down, I will. 3 1/2 by 6 is right here, which is fine by me because it cuts all the prices off, and I didn't necessarily want those on there anyway. So 6 is right here. So let's just cut this. Yeah, I am pretty careful. I used to walk with the dog with me, but I can't get a good walk in. And I really do live in a very safe place, so I don't worry about it too much. Okay, how did I mess that up so bad? We can still use that. I need it. So that was my excitement for the morning. Anybody else have a morning as exciting as mine? Oh, I know what I did on that little piece. I'm not awake yet this morning. So this one is 6 is about right here, but I think I'm gonna fold it over. I think I just want to go 5. And cut it off at 5. No, 5 was the tall. Okay, what am I doing here? This has got to be, yep, 5 is tall. I can't get my mind going. So 5 is the height. All right. 5 is the height, and then we'll fold this in half. And where it's going to stick out, that works, we'll fold it, make pockets out of it. So there's that one. I know this has got to be just mind-numbing for you guys. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing here. And so I'm just going to go 5 high with this music paper. And then on this one, I think I'll do it a little bit different. Let's see, where's 5? 3, 4, 5 is right on that line right there. And I can do some of these offline. We don't have to sit here and watch me make signatures, but I did want to get a couple of pages done so we could decorate one. So I'm going to set the rest of these aside, and tomorrow when we don't have a an art before breakfast, I'll finish. So 3 is like right here. So I'm going to fold this at 3. And then I'm going to fold it over again. And we could put like a tab on there to open that. We could have that as a flip out. But it will fit. And I probably could go 5 1/4. Did I write that down? I did put 5 1/4 for my height. And go a little more than 5. All right, so I've got one. What do I do with those others? And I'll make some of them taller. They'll all be just a little bit different. What did I do with the other pages I just made? You know what? We could do a page and then put it in crooked. I love that look. Susan, I noticed that you're doing a little bit of that. There. So it's going to fold right there. All right, folks. So we've got that one. We've got that one. And I did a couple more, but where did I put them? They're probably in this pile of things that I set aside. There's this one. All right. You guys tell me. We're 23 minutes in. We'll decorate one of these. You want to decorate the A, the wonky page, B, the music, or C, the remittance statement? Which one shall we decorate? Yeah, I know, Susan. I love it when she does that, and I've been wanting to, so here we go. So, which one do we want to decorate first? B, the music paper? Okay. We can do that. Let me put those up there with that so I can. All right. So first question, should we make this a fold open or should we make it a pocket? What do you guys think? A flippy flap or a pocket? I'm kind of thinking maybe pocket, but I'm open to either. What do the rest of y'all think? Flippy flap or pocket? Hey, by the way, if you missed me yesterday, I was on for like 2.5 hours doing some enamel work, and they came flippy flop. Okay. They came out wonderful. Okay, let's decide what to put on the inside first. Let's see, should we dull this down with a little see-through something? I've got some white tissue paper here. What if we dull that down just a little bit so it's not quite so bright? Now, should I dull it? Should I just do the whole page? I think maybe. We'll just do the whole side of it. And then work with that. Did anybody go look at Mike's videos yesterday? Most of them are shorts. He, of his recent projects, he has one video on there where he's talking. And I was like, oh, I love that. I love that English accent. I always have. That and Australian. Australian's pretty cool too. I'm going to put it a little bit over. Try to get it. I was trying to get some of those wrinkles out, but with tissue paper, that's pretty much impossible. So a little tiny tear, but it's hard to tell with tissue paper. And I was looking and thinking, man, he is a man after my own heart. He had dirty fingernails from working in the wood shop. I get so embarrassed. They aren't too bad today. I get so embarrassed about that because I think, oh, people coming to my channel who don't know me are going to think, what in the world? What's with her hands? I know. If you go listen to Mike's channel, you'll, there's one video where he's talking. And he's got a very nice British accent. Come on, cut, cut, cut. Watching in the day, that's okay, Lori B. If you hear something you just gotta chime in on, you know, you can. I do that too. A lot of times I work and watch. I've been cutting out, I have like 40 more night lights I need to make. And I've been cutting those out relentlessly. And so I'll turn on a video, a live, and I'll let them know I'm there, but that I'm working. And if I hear something that I really want to comment on, I'll stop and comment. But usually I just listen. All right, almost done here. Okay, let's see. How was this folded? This was this way. And then it was this way. Hi, Mike. I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? I was asking if anybody else had gone to watch your videos. I did. And where do accents? That's a really good question. I was saying that you had one video on there, Mike, where you were talking, and I loved your English accent. I'm getting to the point where I can actually tell the difference most of the time between Australia and British. Now, the Brits would say, how can you not tell the difference? But for us, it's hard. But I have some clues now. Hi, Donna. So we are making a page to go in our journal, one of our signatures, and we're doing this flippy floppy that opens and closes, and then it'll get sewn in here. So what do we want to put on the inside? This journal is kind of about nature. It can be birds, it can be, mushrooms, plants, it can be anything. But I think we're kind of on the nature theme. There's that, but those white flowers, I don't know if I'll ever use that. They're just too white, unless I take a pencil and put some shading around them. There's that one. Butterflies. You want butterflies in here? We've got some really pretty butterflies. Let's find a butterfly, a flutterby. Okay, so, ooh, if we did a couple, I've got that one. That's kind of a cool butterfly. But let's keep looking because I've got lots. This one kind of matches that one. And then we need a really little one. I don't know. I'm not liking that. Nah, nice idea, but nah. Flower looked like a dream catcher. This one is really cool, though, this big one. Let's keep that as an option anyway. Oops. And let's see what else we have. I need to fussy cut some more butterflies. The 2 look better than the 3. So like this one and this one maybe. And then some other stuff in between there. It's kind of that bright red color. I know you like that, Mimi. Shall we go with this? Uh-oh. Sorry about that, Donna. Or a butterfly and a flower. We could try that. I don't know if I have any good flowers in here, but I've got Roxy's. There's a little bouquet of flowers. So there are some options. Got that one. Okay, there are some options. We just need to pick the options. Let me find, hang on a second. Let me find Roxy's flowers. And then I've got some little butterflies that we could maybe, there it is right there, Roxy's flowers. Might be able to put a couple of little, don't care for the rose. Yeah, it does clash a little with the, but that one is okay. And then if we want to, I've got some little butterflies that we could put on here. That one kind of matches with the flowers. And so we could have a few. So the seam is right here. I don't know. I don't know about 3 butterflies. Maybe one up here. And maybe this isn't the right butterfly. Hi, Cheryl. Got other ones. I've got that pretty big one. That actually, I like that better. What do you guys think about that? Now we could move the flower over to the big side, but I like it here because when you flip it closed, you won't see it. What do you guys think about that? Okay, everybody's saying hi. Oh, we need to get her back in here. She hasn't been in for a while. She's been leaving me comments that things have been really busy. The colors match better. Yeah, I think so. Do you guys like that layout? Let me do this really quick so you can see where the seam is going to be. Let me fold it backwards and ink it a little bit. I like it better. Isn't so bright. Yeah, that one was pretty bright. All right, so here's where that seam is going to be. And so that would go there. This one would go up here. And then something like that. And then some other stuff behind it. Wow. Mine just turned 41, Lori. Doesn't it just make you feel old? It's like, how could they be in their 40s? Yes, please tell all your kids we say happy birthday from the group. What do you think? And then we could put like some book page behind this or something. What do you guys think of that? Give me some feedback, you guys. I'll put these other ones away. Let's see, we had that one that we didn't use. And we had a couple of butterflies. Okay, I'm just going to go with it if I don't get any yays or nays. Just wanted to say hi and give thumbs up. Oh, that's right. You're with your kids. This music paper is from the stuff you sent me. I've been using some of the stuff you sent me, Miss Cheryl. Oh, glue on your fingers. I would use. Oh, yeah. Let me find a. I have some. Let me find some here. I haven't used a lot of doilies. I'm going to Just cut this down a little bit because you know I don't like all that white stuff on there. So I sought out 10 night lights. I figure if I do 10 a day, then I can put them all together. And I've probably got another 20 to go. And I made some pendants. I had Edna and Cheryl Goebel in there. And first I was doing the colors, and then I asked them to give me a color combination because I was, yes, mass produce an assembly. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. If you go back and look at my live from yesterday with the, I did a ring at first because I have a custom order that I need to send out. But other than that, I was doing those. I don't know if Mimi, I know you were there. Big Mama, I'm not sure you were there. You remember when I did the enamels online with the crackle enamel and they were like little half moons and some rectangles, and then I put a little charm on the side of them and made necklaces out of them. I don't know if you remember, but I found some more of those bases that I had. Monday girls are taking, oh. Anyway, I found some of the bases that always already had the black enamel on the back, so I think there were about 5 or 6 of them. And so we did those yesterday online live. I was surprised I didn't see you, Mimi. I know you like to watch those metal videos. I figured you were probably busy working or with the grandkids or kids or family time. But we had fun. And I'll tell you, the color combinations that Cheryl Goebel and Edna picked out turned out to be the prettiest ones we did. We just made up some of our own little color combinations. And okay. All right, there's that. Let me see about a doily. Hang on. Oh, here's a little one. This will be good. And we can spritz it up with some coffee if we need to. Some of these doilies are so thin. All right. Now, should we put it across the fold so when you open it, you see some doily? And then we could put some stamping in the middle there, or should I cut it off and just put it on one side? Who suggested the doily? Was that Mimi? Big Mama. Okay. Should I cut it just right to the middle and just let it go around the edges? Yeah, it is. But I think farther on the bigger side is what I'm seeing. So we can get the butterflies kind of on it more. Now, $10,000 questions. Question, should we coffee diet? I know what you guys are going to say. Before I even ask the question, I'm going to go around and ink around. Yes, diet. Mimi, I know. I'm still waiting, Mimi, for you to send me a picture of some of your work. I promise I won't share it anywhere if you don't want me to. But I'm dying to see something you made. I don't think I've ever seen a Mimi project. I bet Big Mama has. Okay, that's inked up. Oh, Mike, you are such a character. I'm so glad we've gotten to know you better and you feel comfortable letting out the personality. Okay, there's coffee. And let's dry that. Such a silly question. I know, but I had to ask. It's not going to be. This is actual coffee. When I say coffee diet, this is actual coffee. Should I put it in some ink to make it darker or just keep spraying more coffee on it? So it's given us a little coffee dye there, but it's real light. I can do another round of coffee. I was going to bring a new roll of paper towels down and I forgot. Okay, can you guys see that bit of coffee stain on there? Is that enough or should I add more? I'm going to answer my own question. I should probably add a little more. Let's see if I can get some bigger splatters on there. You know, I used to think yeah, I hear you. I used to think once upon a time when I started in this crazy art form that you had to have everything dyed ahead of time, you know, and ready to go. And then I realized, no, there's no reason you can't do it on the fly. Come on. No reason you can't do it on, like all the inking that I've been doing, and there, I like that a little bit better. A couple little spots there. Plus, this makes it kind of crinkly. All right. All right. More on one side than the other, which I agree with. So I think I'm going to fold it. Caffeine coma. I know. I think this is good. I wish I could. Let's see if I can ink a little bit around the edges. It's hard because they're, you know, not straight edges, but let's try putting some ink around it. I don't know that I've used a doily in all the time we've been doing art before breakfast. I don't think about them a lot, so thanks for reminding me, Big Mama. because they're so pretty, and I always love them when I see them in a piece. So Mike, I was also saying that you are a man after my own heart. I love to see that your fingernails were grungy. I loved it because mine are always grungy, and I always feel like people will judge me for that. Like, don't you ever wash your hands? But it's so hard when you work. Well, they get stained too. It's so hard when you work with wood or metal to keep your hands clean, especially your nails, without wearing rubber gloves, and I'm not doing that. Takes away too much of the feel of the material. I know. Me too. Me too, Mike. I hear you. I hear you, and I understand, and I empathize with the fact that you probably don't like it because you wonder, what do people think? My dirty old fingernails, but you just can't keep them clean. It's just impossible. Literally impossible. And I scrub with a nail brush, and oh, here, I'll give myself a thumbs up. Yeah, I scrub with everything, but it don't work. Good morning. Oh, hey, Kelly. Hey, happy belated birthday. All right. You guys like that? Should we put some scripty stamping in the middle? Need something in the middle there. But something with just shapes, not like I could put this scripty stamp in the middle in brown and then some around the outside. What do you guys think? I guess I down art wait till I never worry about my nails or my hands. The freckles on my arm. Natural patina. Yeah, I mean, when it really bothers me, I'm going to put this script in. I haven't seen anybody give me any yay or nay. When it really bothers me, well, it bothers me in these online videos as well, just because, people don't know me. You guys know me. I don't worry so much about you guys because you guys know me. But the people that don't, I worry that they probably think, what in the world is going on with this woman? All right, there we go. We got a little scripty stamp. Pull that one down a little bit. There, how's that? Are we ready to glue those down? Then I was thinking maybe a little bit of lace or something right down the side there. Yeah, it just fills it in a little bit. Are we ready to start gluing things down? I kind of think so. Glue, yeah. How are we doing? 54 minutes, so we're just about at our hour. Let's see, we want this right here. Well, that just means, Donna, that there were some other people who came in and gave us thumbs up. Maybe they're not here now. But that's okay. You guys, my subscriber numbers are they're just consistently going up, which I love. I'm not complaining about. I'm not complaining at all. Hi, Penny. We're doing a page in our new mini journal. And then that one up there. Some of these are washi stickers, some are the acetate, flowers or papers. We're getting a little mix of everything. I guess this is technically mixed media, right? Because we got all kinds of different media going on here. All right, there's that. What do we want in the middle? A word? Maybe a word or a number or a button. I don't know about a button. No, I don't want to do a button because you've got that crease there. Let me ink up around the edges. Oh, 100. Oh. Katie's on at 9. Well. I'm not going to do the outside of this today. We'll do that another day, but I wanted to get one page. Wow. Aww. Yeah, I just hit 64 in August, and so next year will be my big 65, and I'm actually really looking forward to it, because, you know, my husband has had to keep working to provide health insurance. He would like to retire too, right along with me, but he's had to keep working. So once, and you know, in the last year, y'all know, between the breast cancer and the knee surgery, I've had a lot of medical bills. And I don't normally. I really don't go to the doctor except for my checkups. But, you know, just in case something, like if that cancer had hit and we didn't have insurance, holy cow, that would have been miserable. It would have killed us. Wiped out a lot. So I turned 65 and I can get Medicaid. And then he turned 65 the following January. He's 6 months younger than I am. I robbed the cradle. Wow. Next week, Donna. Wow. This turned out to be a really pretty page. It's not really a journal page. It's more just for the beauty of it, but that's okay. So we can put, here's the word wings. What do you think about that right there in the middle? Yeah, I'm putting a word right in the middle. 6 months. Well, you know, Susan, I'll tell you something really funny. I was born in 1959, August, and my husband was born in January of 1960. So, you know, he and my son, over all the years, they have always teased me about being a decade older. And I'm like, I'm not a decade older. He's like, what decade were you born in? I said, the 50s. What decade was I born in? The 60s. And he'll say, I rest my case. So I've had to put up with that forever. I was looking for like either some string or maybe some cheesecloth underneath that. Well, that's true if you go to the emergency room. They cannot turn you away. But like, and I'm sure with my breast cancer, they would have treated me. I don't think for a minute that they wouldn't have treated me, but they would have come after me for the money. And, you know, we could have lost everything. Okay, what do you think about that cheesecloth under there? And I can color it a little bit. Maybe it's too much. Let's just put a little bit of this coffee on here. Yeah, I had a yearly out of pocket with my insurance. So it was $4,300, I think is what it was. So the first 4,300 came out of our pocket. We had to dip into savings a little bit and pay that. But after that, and I got diagnosed in January, so it was early in the year. And after that, everything that year was 100% free, prescriptions, everything. That's why I decided to go ahead and have the knee surgery last year because I knew I had to have it done. And if I did it last year, then it would have been, I mean, I didn't, Lori, I do a double take every time you say that. I'm 4 years older than Bob. Told ya. um, so my knee surgery was completely free. I didn't pay a penny for that. Or the rehab. I just made sure that I got all my rehab done before the end of the year. Okay, what about that? What about wings? Right there with a little bit of cheesecloth. Do you guys like that? Talk with the microphone. Fingers have glue on. Lace instead of lights. For what? Oh, some lace. Well, I've got this cheesecloth. You want me to use lace instead? I can use lace instead. I've got plenty of it. Lordy knows I have no shortage of lace. Here's a green piece we had left over from yesterday. Do you guys like the green in there? That actually kind of goes up. It fills in. Do you guys like that green in there? We can get stints for his blockage for his right leg. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, this lace is ripped up and tattered. Do you guys like the green? Just give me a yay or nay. I kind of like the green. It gives it a, yeah, I agree. It's kind of mossy, and that's the back side. This is how it goes. All right, let's put this down. The mousy lace looks great. Does that mean the mossy lace? I'm getting to learn how to decipher, Big Mama. The mossy lace is the mousy lace. That's really funny. Yeah, the doily really sets it off. That was Big Mama's idea, so we got to give her credit for that. Okay. Stay down. I know. I don't know. I like the mousy lace. I think it's cute. Okay, let's see. Where do we want to put that? Right about there? Wings. Oh, I'm going to move this over just a little bit so it closes without being in the crease, the wings. There we go. And we can see just a little bit of this, which makes me think that we should put a little tiny bit of lace on the outside of this page. What do you guys think about that? I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Kelly. Mousy lace. I know. That was great. All right, I'm going to put this little bit of lace down the side here, and actually, let's see how far over I want it. I want it over a little bit. The mousy lace. And what is that little mouse leasing? Is he leasing the mouse hole in the side of the house? Or is he leasing some space in your basement or your kitchen? All right, scissors. There. All right. So that folds over like that, and it's a flippy floppy. Yeah, I know. All right. I think, we can come back and decorate this outside later, but look at that. Isn't that sweet? And then it's got another side. Look at that. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Kind of all fluttering around that doily. Pretty. All right. Really nice? Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. I like it. All right. I'm going to call it a day. I've got to go get a shower, ladies. I am just sweating after my walk. Haven't showered yet, and I'm a sweaty mess. Um, Thanks for hanging out with me. And oh, thank you, Tammy, Big Mama, Mimi, Susan, Mike. Looks like you guys all like it. And then when we get to the, oh, you know what? Well, we'll deal with that later. If this is the part that gets sewn in, that lace is going to get crunched up. So we may need to glue this down and make this fold out like this, but we'll figure it out. Or put it on the outside of a page. We'll figure it out. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Love you all. And I will see you not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Penny. We'll see you on Friday. Bye.